Big things to come in Minneapolis. The Minnesota Golden Gophers won 20 games last season, the most since 2018-2019. Now they want more in a bigger and better Big Ten season to come. We are going to be joined by them here in just a minute. And we're going to have to check out the fits because apparently there were some fit checks going on here on Big Ten Women's Basketball Media Day. Amaya Battle and Mara Braun here with us, showing off the fits as we get ready to welcome them into the desk. Once again, Kylan Mills here with you, joined by head coach Don Plitzuweit, Mara Braun, and Amaya Battle. And first, we got to find out, can you do this is a thing kids do on social media now, right? Where you show off your outfit, who are you wearing, top, bottom, jewelry?
Yeah.
Mara?
Mine's kind of a combo. Lulu's is a so that was my set. Old. But the pants just weren't working, so I went to Nordstrom and got different pants.
Oh, wow. Okay, so last-minute fit change.
Yeah.
Versatility is a strength of Mara's.
Okay, there we go. On the court, off the court. What about you, Amaya?
Where was it from?
Abercrombie.
Fitch. This is Ariel's, our assistant coach, and her shoes. And then jewelry's mine from somewhere.
Dawn, you're up.
I'm up.
We need the fit check.
Okay, well, a little Calvin Klein and Taylor mix Coach shoes.
Okay.
Is that okay to do
Coach
that?
shoes.
Okay.
I think Coach is showing up both of you right now with the fit check. And she wore the right color, ladies.
Is that?
Let's look at
we
what's
went
happening
neutral.
here.
Yeah. Then I had a little pop of color.
All right, well, Coach, it is your second season coming up here at the helm for Minnesota, your second Big Ten Women's Basketball Media Day. What did you learn last season that has prepared you a little bit better for the season to come?
Well, I think having a chance certainly to be with our players for an additional year has been incredible. They are like sponges. They want to continue to learn and to grow, and they're very hungry. And so we're really excited for the year moving forward.
What about you, Mara? What are your expectations coming back? You're healthy. I don't want to talk too much about the injury, but it is still a process. You overcame adversity to get to this point. What has the last 6-7 months been like for you?
It was a lot, especially kind of in the heart of the season, the most important part. It felt like it was everything was starting, it was trending in the right direction, and then obviously adversity struck. So just learning how to deal with that and being the best teammate I could be for my teammates, especially when they were trying to navigate that. So we're still working through things. Obviously, I have transfers and freshmen that we're trying to incorporate in the system, and I think we have a pretty good idea of what Coach wants, and so we're able to help out a little bit, but, we're still learning too.
Just a reminder for folks, unfortunately, Mara suffered a season-ending foot injury last year. Like you said, it felt like at the worst time, late January, right as conference play is ramping up, so it'll be great to see you healthy this season. Amaya, what was it like watching your teammate go through something like that? What are the conversations like to try to keep her going through something so tough?
Yeah, it was rough. I remember when it first happened, I thought she just, tweaked her ankle. And then, because I was like, "You're good, bro." It didn't sound that way.
You're good, bro. So much.
But yeah, just checking in, seeing how her rehab was doing, how she was doing, mentally and physically and spiritually. And then it was also nice because she would help me too, especially during games, centering me. So it worked both ways.
Amaya, for you coming back now as an upperclassman, this was the youngest team in the Big Ten one season ago. What does the experience do for you in terms of your leadership and your play on the floor?
Yeah, definitely. We have, 3 years under our belts now, so a lot of new experience. I would say just knowing how to handle the game, if we're down, knowing how to get that lead, and if we have a close lead at the end of the game or at some point in the game, knowing how to maintain that lead, and then just knowing the game's going to ebb and flow, but staying consistent and being able to just be that voice or just show by actions to my teammates, to stay consistent, and that will be okay.
Or you mentioned you guys already know what it is that your coach wants from you, but for you, how does your role change now with another year under your belt?
I think just continuing to be that voice and the leader consistently and just keeping my emotions and everything consistent is something that we talk about a lot, so I'm still working through that. But just understanding, like I said, what Coach wants and then being able to be that constant, also what Amaya was saying.
Coach, how big of a jump do you expect this team to make now with familiarity with you, the system, and then another year of experience under their belts?
Well, I don't know that we can necessarily put a number on what that looks like, but certainly I know that these young ladies are giving it everything that they have, and they're continuing to grow and progress. And I can tell you that as of today, we are a lot better than we were 1 year ago. And so that's exciting for us. And I think we are still learning. We're learning how to become more efficient, learning how to become more understanding of when to attack and how to attack and what that exactly looks like and how to develop that resiliency. I think Amaya said it really well. There are different times in the game that things are going your way. There are times that things aren't going your way. And how do you manage that? And how do you battle through some resiliency? And those are all things that we're still in the process of learning right now.
A big hallmark for your team last season was good defense and very disciplined play. Your team didn't foul a lot. You also didn't turn the ball over a ton, especially before Mara's injury. Why is your defense so good?
Well, I think we have an area where that's something we can control. You talk a lot about controlling the controllables, and those are the areas that I really believe that we have young ladies with high basketball IQs. And so as they learn how to continue to make adjustments even on their own, we're going to become hopefully a better defensive team, a team that disrupts a little bit more than we did in the past.
Okay, interesting. What's practice like, Mara? Take us inside the gym. Like, is it defensive drills all practice long, or what are you doing?
No, it's not.
Coach is smiling. She's kind of like gritting her teeth. She's like, what are you going to say about practice right now?
No, there's always a ton of energy, and if we're not bringing it, she is, and the other coaches are, and making sure that we're up to where we need to be. But just a lot of, honestly, breaking it down, a lot of the basics that are going to obviously flow into the bigger picture things, but a lot of it is just breaking it down and getting really good at the little stuff.
If we dial it a couple years back, something you said right after Dawn's hiring was announced that you were really excited because you loved that she brought a lot of personality to the team. What has the mix been like with both players
I don't remember saying that.
and your head coach? Oh, okay, maybe it's misquoted, okay? But what has the mix of personalities been like in terms of your coach bringing the energy, the players bringing the energy, and you said the team already had energy before she walked in?
We have a lot of personality on this team, that's for sure. There's not a day that is boring with this group. There's always something going on, and I think Amaya wanted to touch on that a little bit too, but there's just always something going on, and there's a lot of energy all the time.
What does going on mean, Amaya? What's your favorite part about playing for this Gopher squad?
I just think we're all just silly, goofy people, and we all have our own vibe, but it all fits together. And we just always have a great time together. Like, we went to Donnie P's cottage at the end of the summer, and Nia caught her first
Sorry,
fish.
who's Donnie P?
Yeah, that's Donnie P.
Just kidding. Yeah. Donnie P. Okay, all right. Just making sure I got that right. Sorry, continue.
Nia caught her first fish. Lex went tubing for the first time. We all just had a great time. We were just out there on the lake, and it was so much fun.
And this is Amara or
Amara. Okay, so this is a tandem type of thing going on.
Yeah, you know how it
Usually
works.
how it
Right.
Amaya Mara.
You
kind
can
of
just
flows.
combine them.
Right.
Well, Coach, how important is it for you to make sure that there is time for those types of activities off the court? A lot of teams take international trips now. You go to the Minnesota State Fair maybe instead. I saw the pictures on social media. That's the next best thing, right? But why is it important to you that you make sure that time happens outside of basketball?
Well, we have three pillars in our program. One is toughness, the way that we play. And toughness for us is doing little things well. You heard Mara talk about breakdown drills. You talked about the toughness to take care of the ball, the toughness to get stops. The second pillar for us is togetherness. You know, the camaraderie, the unity, the chemistry. Because when you have that off the court, it naturally flows onto the court. And I believe that we're very fortunate because we walked into a program that had young ladies with a lot of personality and a lot
Seems to
of
be a
energy.
theme here.
And it fit in really, really well. It was a great fit from that standpoint. We've had a chance to bring other young ladies into the program, and they certainly fit in at a very high level. And so, you know, I think it's really important for us to have that connection, that connectivity. But the other part of it is it's a long year. Mm-hmm. It really is. We start in really August or September together for this season. That's after the summertime together. And so you're together a lot. And selfishly, we like to have a good time. And so we want to have our players that have a good time right along with us.
Mara, with a number of new faces, 4 transfers, a couple of freshmen, how do you as a player and a leader on this team try to welcome them in and bring them in to that environment?
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it earlier, but we do something called sister dates now that actually Bonnie brought from Nebraska that they had done. So we do sister dates every week or bi-weekly, and it's randomly drawn, and then you're with a teammate. So each week you're doing something fun or something random with the teammate just so you get to know them personally, you know, off the court. So that's something that I feel like has really worked well, and I think that we've grown a lot from it.
Amaya, who is your latest sister date?
My
What'd you
latest
do?
one was Nia, and we wanted to go to Whole Foods, so we still have to do that.
Is Whole Foods a date? Is that a date?
Like
is that what
anything.
kids consider
You
a
can
date
do
now?
anything. You could go like get coffee. You can go
Okay,
get
fair.
food.
You went fishing with Tori.
Oh yeah,
for a date.
Tori, our freshman, we
That's
went
an
fishing.
activity. There we go. Like shopping at Whole Foods, grocery shopping. Is that a date now, Dawn? Is that what the kids are doing these days?
Don't ask me. I don't really know. But you can have fun doing anything, Madeline. That's we try to do that.
That's fair. Well, it seems like your team has plenty of fun. We're looking forward to watching the Golden Gophers out on the court this season. Thank you so much, Coach Mara Amaya. We'll see you out there in just a couple of weeks.